Court will call 2012-290 State of Arkansas versus Ryan Markovic.
Yeah, no, Mr. Markovic, I'm sorry, Judge.
This is a scheduled by written order to check on the status of discovery and whether we're going to be ready for trial in the May 20th and 21st trial setting.
Your Honor, I would say the scheduling order needs to stay as is and does not need to be modified. He was actually brought here today from Sharp County, and he has pending charges in Howell County, Missouri. So we just need to leave him on the scheduling order, and I'll coordinate with the other two attorneys in the other two counties and try to resolve everything at the same time, Judge. I think his plea rejection date is April the 4th.
Right, we'll be back in court on, I think that's down for maybe his plea rejection date, but it's also his date for any pretrial motions. So we'll be back on April 4th. Next matter the court will call for appearance is 2012-104, 2012-106, State of Arkansas versus Zach Giltner. My understanding is the defendant is prepared to enter his plea of guilty in 2012-104 to the charges of possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class D felony, unlawful use of a communication device, 3 counts, Class C felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, Class A misdemeanor, possession of marijuana, a Class A misdemeanor, possession of Schedule III controlled substance, a Class A misdemeanor, and possession of a Schedule IV controlled substance, a Class A misdemeanor. The state is moving to null pros the 3 counts of weapon use during in possession during controlled substance offenses and the proximity and the crimes committed in proximity to certain facilities, which are enhancement provisions.
That's correct.
Have I got that correct?
I believe so, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Giltner, at this time you're coming in here preparing to change your plea in both cases 2012-106 and 2012-104. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And this change of plea is brought about by an agreement that's been worked out for you by your attorney, Mr. Cooper.
Yes, sir.
Do you feel you've gone over the terms of that agreement and that you in turn understand the terms of the agreement?
Yes, sir.
And do you specifically understand how the charges are being amended or modified pursuant to this agreement, just as I went over just a minute ago?
Yes, sir.
And do you also feel you understand the punishment you're to receive in this case?
Yes, sir.
Are you satisfied with the advice and the representation that Mr. Cooper has provided you?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Then I'll go over this quickly. In case 2012-104, on the following charges: possession of drug paraphernalia, Class D felony, unlawful use of communication device, 3 counts of Class C felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, Class A misdemeanor, possession of a controlled substance, marijuana, Class A misdemeanor, possession of a Schedule III controlled substance, Class A misdemeanor, and possession of a Schedule IV controlled substance, Class A misdemeanor. On those charges, how do you now plead?
Guilty.
You're entering your plea of guilty pursuant to this agreement we've already been discussing.
Yes, sir.
Okay. In case 2012-106, where you're charged with delivery of a controlled substance, methamphetamine, a Class B felony, you understand in that case the state is moving to reduce the charge to possession of a controlled substance, just straight possession of a controlled substance, methamphetamine, a Class C felony.
Yes, sir.
And on that charge, how do you now plead?
Guilty.
In entering your plea of guilty, you're doing so to accept the terms of the agreement in each of the cases, and there's separate plea statements that were filled out, and this is how the plea agreement is presented to the court in each case. I'm holding up the plea statements. Have you read over both of these plea statements?
Yes, sir.
Read them over, initialed and signed them?
Yes, sir.
And do you feel you understand the terms, the terms of the agreement?
Yes.
Punishment that you're to receive?
Yes, sir.
Specifically, do you feel you understand, based on these plea statements, the full range of penalties you're facing
Yes, sir.
in this case?
Mhm.
Do you also understand that by entering this plea of guilty, you're giving up certain constitutional rights?
Yes, sir.
Those rights include the right to a jury trial, the right to be represented by an attorney, the right to have the assistance of that attorney throughout the trial process, the right to have that attorney's assistance in exercising your right to confront the witnesses against you by having that attorney cross-examine those witnesses at trial on your behalf, and you're also giving up the right to appeal. Do you understand these rights that you're giving up?
Yes, sir.
And understanding the rights you're giving up, are you still willing to enter this plea of guilty, these pleas of guilty in these two cases?
Yes, sir.
Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily here today?
Yes, sir.
Has anybody in any form or fashion forced you into entering these pleas of guilty?
No, sir.
In pleading guilty, do you acknowledge or admit the truth of the allegations against you?
Yes, sir.
In 2012-106, you acknowledge that on or about the second day of November 2011, you had in your possession a quantity of methamphetamine that was more than 2 grams but less than 10 grams.
Yes, sir.